In a small village, there lived a washerman named Badru, who was famous for boasting about his bravery. However, no one in the village believed his tales of courage, and people often made fun of him. Badru had a donkey whom he loved dearly. During that time, a ferocious tiger was terrorizing the village, often snatching animals from the surrounding areas. Badru would boast to people that if the tiger ever dared to look at his donkey, he would teach it a lesson. But the truth was that Badru was so cowardly that he would start trembling just upon hearing the tiger's roar from miles away. Coincidentally, that tiger had a great fear of water. One day, heavy rain started pouring down in the village, accompanied by a strong storm. Everyone stayed sheltered inside their homes, but Badru's beloved donkey had wandered off to graze and had not returned by evening. Badru began to worry that it would be difficult to find him once it got dark. Trembling with fear, he picked up a thick stick and set out to find his donkey. The rain was pouring heavily, lightning flashed, and darkness had engulfed everything. Suddenly, his eyes fell on an animal crouching under a tree. In the darkness, Badru thought it was his donkey, curled up in fear. Filled with anger without thinking twice, he went up to it, struck it twice with his stick, tied a rope around its neck, and began pulling it along. But the one he was pulling, thinking it was his donkey, was actually the same ferocious tiger who was crouching under the tree, terrified of the rain and storm. As Badru dragged it along, and he muttered, "You wretched creature, you've eaten so much today that you've become heavy. Tomorrow morning, I'll teach you such a lesson that you'll never dare to wander out again. If a tiger shows up because of you, both of us will be dead tonight." The poor tiger, already scared of the rain, quietly listened to Badru's scolding and followed him without any resistance. Badru locked him inside his shed, shutting the door tightly. The tiger also breathed a sigh of relief as he stepped inside, thinking that at least he was now safe from the rain. The next morning, as the rain stopped and the villagers gathered near the shed, they were shocked. Badru had actually tied up the ferocious tiger and locked it inside. Within moments, the entire village erupted in cheers, praising Badru's bravery. Hearing the commotion, Badru also stepped outside. But the moment he saw the tiger inside the shed, he broke into a cold sweat. As he realized what had actually happened the previous night, sheer terror gripped him, and he fainted on the spot. However, in the eyes of the villagers, he had already become a great warrior. On the other hand, the tiger glared at Badru with fury, perhaps wondering how such an unbelievable thing had happened to him. That's why they say, when God is kind, it's a blessing in disguise.